G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be having a quick look at creating a Update Manager icon in the panel of Peppermint. I had a viewer make a comment regarding this Update Manager here. It's disappeared. Maybe they've accidentally removed it and they cannot get it back. Now I had a look in here, panel Add New Items, and I was looking for Update Manager and it's not in there. So I figured, yeah, that's not good, because if you do remove it, how do you get it back? And if we have a look in the menu Update Manager, it's not in here either. It's not in the menu, it's not there as add a new item in the panel as well. So that makes it difficult. In the meantime is in favorites, you can go to Peppermint Hub. Under the hardware and software, you can click on the Update Manager here, but you can't right click or anything like that. You cannot, drag it down to the panel or anything there either. And this person has asked for help on one of my videos. I think it was the Surface Go, was it the Plex server and Surface Go video? I think because I was running Peppermint on that, must have seen my Update Manager in the panel. Now, I remember when I first started Linux, I think on I think it was GNOME 2 with Ubuntu, and I was absolutely frightened of anything going missing from the panel because I had no idea how to get it back, and I never ever forget that. Even today, like this one here, if that was to be removed, you can't simply add it back in. That's an issue. So I thought I'd make a quick video on how to do that. And lucky for me, I've still got the Update Manager in there. So if we go to add new items, so if we go to properties of this one here, this Peppermint Update, and we select the edit button, and you can see the icon there. So the comment is simple update shortcut. So what we're going to do here is we need a text editor, I suppose. Let's open Mousepad and copy and paste that. The comment, we'll copy and paste that. So that would be the name, the comment. These things don't matter too much. You can really call them whatever you like at the end of the day. And then there's the command, which is the most important out of all of it. And that's a long drawn out command. Okay, and then we've got the icon. The icon should be fairly simple to find. So let's save that. Let's save it under Documents, and we'll call it Peppermint Update Icon. Peppermint Update Launcher, I suppose. Launcher icon. Let's call it that. Save that. So what I'll do is the contents of this text editor here, I'll put in the show notes below in case you need them. That's quite a big, long, drawn out command. But just in case, I'll zoom in on that. You can check it out. So this one's got like 3 quote. It's got a single quote there, so it's got double quotes. Starts with double quote somewhere, does it? There's the double quote there. There's a command double quote, another double quote, and a single quote. I don't know, but that's the command. Better to copy and paste that than to type that whole thing out. Okay, so that's that. And what I might do is just go through this whole thing just to be sure that what we've got, we cannot make this full screen, can we? We can change that. So just to make sure that I've copied that correctly, we don't want to make any mistakes here. All right, so all that whole command there also means that it'll do the update, press any key to close. That's the reason for that big drawn out command. Okay, so I've saved that. So I've got that information. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this from the panel. So let's remove it. Remove. Okay, so it's gone. So I don't think we can get it back. Let's add new items. I don't think it's going to be there, which it's not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add an item to the panel. So that's add new items, and we're going to add a launcher. So let's add a launcher. Select launcher, click the add button, and it's added it to the bottom right hand corner here. We'll close that. Now what we're going to do is right click that launcher and click on properties. Now I've got various options down the side here, which are not very outstanding. So there must be a problem with whatever icons they're running. Let's just have a quick look at that. Icons, yeah, they're running just Papyrus. So if we choose Papyrus Dark, there we go, makes them a bit more outstanding. Probably should be Papyrus Dark by default in Peppermint, I would have thought, unless I change that myself. I cannot remember. So what we got here is add an empty item. So let's do that. So now we get these options here. So we're going to open our documents and Peppermint Update Launcher here. So we'll give it the name. We'll copy and paste that. Comment, simple update shortcut, okay, and then the command. Paste that in there, and then we need to choose an icon. So click on this button here, icon should open up, and we're going to search for, let's search for icons. All icons, and look for update, and there's the system software update. So let's click on that and OK, and create. Let's create that, and there we have our update manager. So we can now close that, close that. I cannot remember whereabouts it was here, but it might have been around here somewhere. Let's put it there. And let's click on that and see how we go. So put in my password. Press any key to close. And done. So that's adding a new update manager icon to Peppermint when your icon has probably been maybe accidentally removed by yourself, or maybe removed by an update. Some freak situation happened and removed it for some reason. Sometimes you can do it yourself without knowing. When you're messing about with things and you've done that without even knowing, it can happen. So if we go to panel and panel preferences and we go to items, there's a launcher here. So if you want to know if that's your launcher, unfortunately in XFCE it doesn't tell you which one it is, because it's just got a generic icon for that launcher. So if you want to know if that's that one, just move it one spot, and if it moves, which you can see the update manager moving, so let's just take this down here and do that. So we'll move that one spot and it's moved, move back, that's your launcher. I don't know if we can rename that launcher. I don't think we can, but we can go to edit, and then you can see that that's your launcher there, and you can edit that if you wish, and so forth. Unfortunately, it's not one of those that you can just pick up and add. So add new items, it's still not part of the update thing there, which is unfortunate. The only other thing we could do is, I've got menulibre in here. I think I must have installed that myself. So you probably could go to there and add a new launcher in here. This is the other way. So we could go back to that documents, Peppermint Update. Let's just keep it that length for now. We'll call it Peppermint Update. Oh, it's meant to get rid of that name new launcher there. A small descriptive name, which is a simple update shortcut. Like so. Let's look for an icon. Let's browse icons and we'll look for update. And there's Update Manager there, so we could choose that one and apply that. And then we'll put this command in there. Copy and paste. And we'll save that. And there's Peppermint Update. So now what we should have in our menu is an Update Manager, Peppermint Update. Like so. So if we click on that, same deal. So now we've made ourselves an extra. Press any key to close, the update's done. So now what we can do is we can look for update in here. I don't know whereabouts it's saved. Should be part of the system, I would have thought, but let's go back to menu editor. I normally actually create these in the actual category, but I've had a problem with that not showing up within the menu. So what I've done is cleared these categories off. Actually, if I not change that, let's don't save. Let's go back into menu editor. Go into here. Let's delete these ones. Let's add a category, and then double click on that. And we'll go to system and choose system. Save that. So that should be in system. So let's check out system, and there it is, Peppermint Update. Don't know whether it will be anywhere else in here. Shouldn't be. I'm hoping it's just in system, which makes sense. Settings, and it's not in there. So it's in system, which makes total sense. Okay, so that's that one created. So if we was to remove this one here, remove, and then we go to system, add to panel, and there's our update manager there. Let's move that to here. And we can click on that, and there's our updater. So there's two ways of doing that, and I suggest you do it within the menu editor, which is menulibre. I don't know what's happened to the update there. I don't know what happened there. Let's try that again just in case there's a problem with that. I don't know what's going on there. Let's just check the properties of that. Just in case I didn't do that correctly. I don't know why, for some reason this is put in a lot more of these for some reason. That's a bit weird. And also here as well. So I don't know what's happened there with the copy and paste. That should be right now, I think. Save that. That's bizarre. Let's just try that and see how it's working. Let's try that again. Press any key to close. So that's all working fine. I don't know what's happened to the copy and paste there. You might want to check that out when you're copying and pasting that into that. It's tripled up these ones for some reason. That's just bizarre. So that's two different ways of creating a Peppermint Update icon to put back into your panel just in case it goes missing. The menulibre one is probably the best one to do, because if it goes missing again, you can easily right click and add it back into the panel, which is probably what Peppermint should do in the first place when it comes to things like this. I think they've got to understand that new users, if you're targeting new users, these things need to be addressed. New users would not have any clue how to add that back in unless it's a simple right click in this case and add to panel. And what I'm talking about here is if we have a look at, we can't look at software, can we? Because we have no software center, I don't think. Let's just do apt search. You can, if you do an apt search, you can search for things. Let's look at menulibre. So that's menulibre there I'm talking about, and you can see that it says it's installed. No problem. So if you wanted to install that, you could sudo apt install menulibre. Just like that. Put in your password. And it'll say it's the newest one. It's the newest version already. I can't remember whether that was installed automatically in there, so you might want to check. It may be already in your menu. So that was just a quick one there. How to add an update icon manager to the panel in Peppermint OS if it's gone AWOL. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.